welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is Budget Beauty's weekend series. This is our main series where we do a weekly episode and we do a long form content look from start to finish. I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And this week we are going to be super cute. I got a new leopard print skirt in that I'd ordered, and it is super cute, and it fits really well. Excuse me. And I am wearing it right now. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to pair my monster feature t-shirt, and that's what we're going to wear. So here we are. We are doing some makeup paired with this, and because leopard print, going to wear red lip and kind of bare eyes, let's call it that. We need something for the heat because it's going to be hot today, and so I need something to keep that face mattified because we are going to go do some shopping. So I'm going to talk about the shopping that we're going to go do today while I do my makeup. So let's get started. All right. So to get started, for the primers, I have an eye primer already. I think I got an eye primer out. For the face primer, I'm trying to see, did I pull the face primer out? And I think I was just like, oh, I'll just do that when I get to that. Trying to see, yes, I do have an eye primer out. So for the eye primer, we are going to use the NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer. This is the brown version of this. This is the shade, I have to find it because it's on here, but you have to like look for it. What do you want to call it? Brown. I think it's medium tan, deep or something. Yeah, here it is. Okay, it's on the thing. It's deep. Okay, so on the other one, it's not on there at all. It's light, but it's not on the cap here. So that's why I'm like, always have to look for it and be like, what shade is this? Because, and the reason why I'm using this one instead of the light is because I want to do brown makeup on my eye. I'm doing brown shadow and stuff, so I'm not gonna use like a light one because I really wanted to hold this brown look here. I want it to hold this brown color, and so if I do a light one, it's gonna show through. So possibly with the eyeshadow that I'm using. And I'm using a cream eyeshadow to go over the top of this that is brown with some shimmer to it. So as you can see, this matches my eyelids perfectly. I mean, it's brown, but it's like a slight lighter brown shade than my eyelid, but also it matches my eyelid, which is kind of nuts. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna go out and do some shopping today. We got paid earlier in the week, and bills have been paid. Listen, the bag was secured, and the bills have been paid. So we're gonna go a couple of places, and make a few stops and buy a few things. I am actually going to buy a dish drainer finally. I have been talking about buying this for like the last month because we need a new one. It is absolutely required that we get a new dish drainer. And so I found one. For whatever reason, it is incredibly hard to find a dish drainer in stock in a store that is large enough that what I'm looking for whatever reason, it is incredibly hard. I cannot understand this for the life of me. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know what's happening. So we're gonna do it. So now that while this is applied and drying, let's apply some primer to the face. We are going to add 2 different primers. That's why I'm looking in my kit to see what I want to use for the primer. I don't know. I guess we could use the She Glam primer, I suppose. Well, I suppose. All right. So to start, we're going to use, I'm going to put this in my T-zone because it is fixing to be very, very warm out there. This is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. It is a mattifying and priming face serum. I actually really like this. It is really nice, and I usually just apply it in my T-zone, like right here, kind of right here. Sometimes on my cheeks, just because this does help when it gets really warm and your girl is just sweating. So it says, and I kept the note on here that says, do not shake, just tap bottom. You don't need to shake it up. So what I do here is, we're going to put this on before I put my primer on, my actual primer. I take this and I put it on the back of my hand and I do like this. Now I've used this on camera before, so it's supposed to come out. I don't know why it's not coming out. Of course it's not coming out. You have to tap the bottom of it, and it's no coming out. I don't know why it's not coming out. I'm tapping. I promise I'm tapping. All right, wait a minute. Let's see. Maybe it is. We gotta get the thing off the top. Maybe. I don't have a seal on the top of this, but it's been a minute since I've used it. So maybe that's what the problem is. All right, let's try now. Nope, still nothing. Okay, maybe we might not use this today because it don't want to come out. And it's full, like you see, it's got product in there. There's plenty of product in there. So let me see what's happening here, because I have a sneaking suspicion I know what's going on. I might need to get a needle or something to like pop down into the thing. Spouse, could you please go get my Sucrets tin out of the little drawer in the dresser? It has needles and thread in it, but I need the one with the needles. We're gonna send Mr. Budget Beauty on a errand real fast because I need something to pop down in here to clear the top, I guess, because I cannot get this to come out like I want it to, and it is not coming out at all. And I do not want to shake because it says do not shake. So there's a very little tiny pinhole like at the top of this, and so it's how you dispense your product out of this. And I don't see no way to get the product out without taking this cap off. And I don't even think I can get the cap off, because again, I don't think the cap's supposed to come off. So I might could get the cap off, but like I say, I don't think I'm supposed to do that. So I have, you can tell I was raised by old people of a certain generation. I had a boomer parent. I have boomer parents. My mom was very handy with needle and thread. She could also crochet. She kept a tin, like a little small thing of Sucrets. When I'm showing my age, because Sucrets are still made, but they ain't like a thing like they used to be. Lozenges back in the day. So she kept the tin, and she put needles in it, like sewing needles, and so stitching and all. And so I kept it, and I also keep my sewing needles in there too. I can do a little bit of work, a little bit of stitching work, but I can't, like, I can sew a little bit, but not, like, I could patch something up and like sew it up if I really needed to, but I am not a master seamstress by any stretch of the imagination. So I do not do, but I can do a little bit of sewing. All right, so see, Sucrets tin, and you can tell it is very old. This expires 10/1990. It's very, the little date, the expiration date is where my finger is. This is very old. My mom kept this because we used to use Sucrets all the time. So, but I have little tiny. See, I have sewing needles. I know y'all can't really see that, but there's sewing needle. So yeah, I kept it. I was 9 in 1990. Probably used it. And there we go. Okay, so I used my needle. And that was perfect because it's the perfect size to get down in the thing. And that was perfect. That was the perfect solution. I knew that would work. I stuck it down in there and now it's bubbling up. So, yes, I fixed it. Because that is not cheap. And I was not buying another one. Not when I got plenty of product in here. Alright, so see, now y'all can't really see it, but there's a bubble right here at the top of this. And that's product. So, alright, here we go. And there we go. See? Now it's coming out. I'm a smart bear. I'm smart and resourceful. I mean, that literally was like the only solution to that problem. So, all right. So I'm adding it to my face now. Slight technical difficulty there, but it's fine. I have not used it since probably the summer. Maybe, yeah, sometime maybe in the fall is when I used it last because I didn't it gets hot here in the fall, so your girl did not want to be super shiny and we're trying to wear makeup because I will sweat. So try to rub this in on the cheeks because this is where I get shiny and like on my nose, like my T-zone. So I wanted to help that along today. This is where I usually wind up getting super shiny. All right. Very good. We rescued that. I saved this for the summer specifically because I do not want to be sweating crazily in the summer. All right. Now for the actual primer, we're going to use the She Glam Pour No More primer. Now, I'm going to be in and out buildings all day, so it ain't like I'm going to be just standing outside like I was the other day, where the sun was just beating down on my face for about 30 minutes, and I had a full face of makeup on, because I was not anticipating being outside in the heat, because your girl, so we had a thing happen at work. There was a suspected gas leak at the job in our building. Our building is being worked on. And it is old, okay? So, they're doing all these renovations. Now, we fixing to move. So, like, we don't really care about the renovations. We don't care. Except that it's a massive inconvenience to the people in my office dealing with this building. So, we were fixing to move. And so, we really don't care what they're doing. But they're in the way. And so then somebody on our floor was like, hey, I think this is a gas leak. This smells odd. This might be a gas leak. So immediately they come and like make us leave. And they're like, you gotta go. Pack up. You gotta leave. Like right now. And I'm like, where everybody going? Like, what's happening? Like, I had no idea what was going on until I got downstairs. Now we are up like super high. We're on the top floor of this building. And generally when there's a fire alarm, we got to take flights down, like flights of stairs down. And it immediately wrecks my legs for the next 5 days. So I'm like, yeah, there's no alarm going off. So, you know, probably, yeah, this is crazy. We got to go. So I immediately grabbed everything, packed up, ran to the elevators, and got on and went down. And so I get outside and whole building is outside on the sidewalk. And people are like, I don't know what's going on. And like Two fire trucks are already, one fire truck was already up there. Another fire truck was pulling up as I got there, as I got downstairs. A third fire truck and a fourth fire truck pulled up as I was standing out there with the rest of the people. And it was like, bro, they sent out 4 fire trucks. What is happening? Also, as you can see, the skin is very, very, very mattified now, thanks to that primer. And eyes are dry. So we're ready to work on eyes. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, so we stood out there for about half an hour, and then they were like, because they were trying to make sure they cleared the building and got everybody out, and then they made sure that everybody was cool and it was good. So it was good. Turns out I'm reaching into my kit to get something for my eyes. Turns out there was no gas leak, thank God. But just to be on the safe side. So, the bosses sent us home because they were like, hey, nah, go home and we'll deal with the fallout if we get any heat on it. To cut my crease, I'm going to use the BFF cream gel liner from ColourPop. This is in the shade Wildcat. Yeah, they sent us home and told us, it's fine. We'll deal with it if somebody asks. It is extenuating circumstances, so I finished working from home for the rest of the day because your girl was not going back in the building. And apparently after I left, like right after I left, because pretty much when they told us go ahead, go home for the rest of the day, we don't know how long this is going to be. Apparently they got the all clear probably about 30 minutes after we stood out there. So yeah, but just thankful that nobody was hurt, that there was no gas leak, nothing going on where, people are being harmed. So a couple of our people in our office were out because they were out in the field doing some auditing. So yeah, that was the adventure for the week. That was on Thursday. So then I worked from home on Friday also, because that's my normal work from home day. Yeah, lots of excitement. There was excitement. My boss was not there, so I sent him a message and I was like, hey guy, I called him. I was like, there was so much excitement yesterday. You missed all the excitement. But a friend on the team texted him and told him what was going on, so that he wouldn't like be worried about if he saw it on the news or something. So all right, so for the bottom part is we're gonna do a pinup lash line today. For the bottom part is we're gonna use the Color Tattoo. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour eye stick in the shade I Am Rebellious. Basically it's the black. It's a matte black, so that's what we're using. I'm gonna draw the line across, and then I'm gonna fill it in where I need to fill in with a with the BFF cream gel liner from ColourPop. But I'm trying to use this so I don't have to super rely on that cream gel liner all the time. But this is super creamy and I really like this. Now it's not as precise as my other one, but it's fine. It'll work. I can clean it up. Yeah, no, that was a lot of excitement on Thursday. But it was and then Friday we were just at the house. And then Thursday night here at the house, same day where all the excitement was at work, we had some thunderstorms roll through. And about 8:30, power goes out. Which would have been fine. I'm cool. I can deal with that. Except, I have AT&T for my phone carrier. And AT&T had an outage right at the same time. And I'm like, what the hell, AT&T? Are you serious? I have AT&T internet also. So we ain't had no internet, and it was an outage on the phone, on the cellular network. And I'm like, so how am I supposed to report? This is the Swerve, by the way. The BFF cream gel liner in the shade Swerve. I was like, how am I supposed to report the outage from my power at the house? How am I supposed to report that? If I don't have cell signal to be able to use my phone to be able to report the outage. Couldn't use it and can't do it on a laptop because you ain't got no power and no internet. So, because AT&T had an outage. And I was like, this is a time where bundling is not a great idea. So, couldn't make phone calls. I could text if I turned on the satellite feature, and do messaging that way. And even then, it was spotty at best, extremely spotty. So power came back on probably about 9 o'clock. So it was out probably about 30 minutes, and then it came back on, and then my cell service came back. So I'm wondering if that was linked. I do wonder if those two things were linked. And then everybody in the area, because, you know, I got on Reddit after, and of course, subreddit, everybody was like, oh yeah, I didn't have power either, here in Columbia. And I was like, oh, where you at in Columbia? You ain't have power, because I ain't have power where I was. And they were like, oh yeah, no, we didn't have power over here either. And I was like, okay, so that was a widespread something going on with Dominion, because we have Dominion energy. All right, so for the eyeshadow, we're going to use the Essence Cream eyeshadow in the shade 04 Coca. I bought another one of these, and it's the shade Oyster. It's 03 Oyster. But this is a cream eyeshadow that is actually very nice. I really like this. And it's got that little shimmer to it, so. And that is exactly what I want. I keep being surprised that this is exactly what I'm looking for. Even though I bought it. Like, I bought this and was like, oh, this is probably going to work for exactly what I need. Then I put it in the kit. And every so often I do a brown look for my eye. And it turns out this is exactly what I'm looking for. So, there's that. But anyway, yeah, the people didn't have power Thursday night. And so, and then, like I said, it came back on. So, it was weird. It was very weird. Like, it was no power for about 30 minutes. And instantly, my house got warmer. So, because it was hot Thursday. So, now, when the power came back on, because my next step was to go get my little portable, thing that I have, that we bought post Hurricane Helene. I was going to go get that, and so I could turn the fans back on in here. But it would have, if it had gotten hotter than it did, I would have done that, because I'm not sitting up in a hot house. I refuse. So, but yeah, it was fine. Everything came back, within a reasonable time frame. I still couldn't report the outage, which was crazy. Never did find out whether or not that report of the outage, because I had a little brief window where I could report the outage, and I don't even know if that went through. I have no idea. All right, so the eyes are done. If y'all see this, that brown turned out really well. I really like how that brown worked. That brown is fantastic from Essence. It is a nice shimmer shade of brown, because it's gonna match my eyelids, but it's got the shimmer to it. So it kind of gives you a little bit of, hey, there's something there. And it's shimmery. So, very pleased with that. Alright, so then, for the mascara, I ain't really trying to play these eyes up with the mascara too much, but I'm gonna. And actually, I might not even use this one. I might not even use this primer. Only because, husband, if you will take that back, please, thank you. Because I got on this liner around my eyes, and you're not going to see my lashes no matter how much work I put into it. My lashes are real stubby right now anyway, so you're probably not going to see them, even if I did do all that work. So I'm going to actually switch primers here and grab a different one. Use a black one. I just want kind of some volume, a little bit of volume. All right. So for the eye primer, for the eyelash primer, or mascara primer, this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High tinted primer in black, the shade black. Because like I said, you're not going to see my lashes here. I can't even see my lashes with this lash line over the top. And even when I draw a super thin line, it still is, like you can't see it. So ain't no sense in going through all that trouble if you ain't gonna be able to see it. And I can't see it either. So, all right. So for today, the agenda for today, we are going to go shopping. We are going to go to Bath and Body Works because the semi-annual sale is going on, and soaps are on sale, and some candles are on sale. And so I'm going to go get some. We need another one of the eucalyptus mint candle. We use that one in our bathroom, and it is the White Barn version of that candle. And let me tell y'all something. If you go get a candle, go get it from Bath and Body Works and get the White Barn version, please. If you want a strong candle that's going to be worth your money and time, and the scent is going to scent, get the White Barn version, because it is the strongest version of their candles. So we usually get the eucalyptus mint for the bathroom. And so we have one in there right now that we just opened. So we are now down to that one. So we gotta go get another one. And then I get like birthday stuff. So I might get some lip care while I'm in there. Maybe. It depends. It looks like the one that I'm planning to go to does not necessarily have any lip care that I want. So I may or may not get any, but I get a couple of free items for my birthday, that sort of thing. So we're gonna do that. Then next door to the Bath and Body Works, literally right next door, is the Sephora. Sephora is also having a sale, and some of the people that I buy a lot of makeup, that Danessa Myricks brand, y'all know how much I love her. I'm going to go in there and get some of that. So, all right, for the mascara, I'm just gonna use the Sephora size up. And I'm gonna see if I want to use anything else. So I'm just twisting in here to get product on the brush. Yeah, I'm gonna see if what she has on sale. I already picked some things out makeup wise, and I want to see what else they got going on. But Sephora is very expensive, so I make a list before I go in Sephora. I don't just go in and be like, oh, I'm just gonna browse around. Nope. Go in there with a list, please. So as you can see, I'm putting this on, and you can't really see any difference. You're not gonna see any difference here. But I wanted to use this. I hadn't used this in a minute, and I really like it. So the lashes need a little bit of help today. So then, so I got a few things that I have on my list for Sephora, and gonna go in there. Do a little bit there. And then we have a grocery order that we need to pick up. We also are going to go to Sam's Club because we got an order from there too that we need to pick up. And then we are going to the Ulta. It is not my favorite Ulta, but it's the one near closest to our house. And we are going to get my birthday gift. So I also have picked out my things from Ulta, and it's the ColourPop stuff that I've been waiting on for them to drop. They've been talking about it for a minute, so I'm gonna add a little bit here with the Live Tinted Legacy Lash mascara. Do a little bit of work here. Like I say, you can't really see anything here, but it's fine. I should really, really like this mascara, and I will repurchase when it comes time to repurchase. I need the magnification here, and I can't really see what's happening. But yeah, I will be repurchasing this when it's time to let her go. Because this is good mascara. It's very good mascara. And it is worth the price. I know it's slightly expensive, but this is something I would splurge on. If I were going to splurge, I would splurge on this. So anyway, yeah, we're going to go to Ulta and pick out my birthday gift, which is a $50 gift card, which, thank you. Every little bit helps. So, I've already picked out the things that I want, and that $50 gift card will help me tremendously. I am ever so grateful. I very much am. Because makeup is not a cheap hobby. So when somebody is kind enough and gracious enough to give you a gift card, okay, thank you. I will take it. So we will do that. Got a few little things I'm waiting on there. I've already reached my diamond status, so for 2027. So as my husband said, I'm a diamond bar. I'm diamond bear. But yes, diamond bar. So the eyes are done. Them eyes are popping right now. So let's turn our attention to the face. Now, because we fixing to be out here in the heat, your gal is not finna be trying to do no full, like, super heavy foundation today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this NYX Buttermelt Glaze Soft Glow Skin Tint in the shade 08 Nutmeg Butter. This is really good. I really like this. This is good. This is one of those things where NYX, great, and then everything else is like. Now we did get much better results with the once we used the NYX thing that we were supposed to be using for the eyes, the foundation. That was, I mean, the primer, the eye primer, the NYX primer with the NYX eyeshadow. That was much better, but it was like NYX. Like, I was just like, NYX, what are you doing? So I have put it on my Real Techniques palette here, and then we're going to apply to the face. So I'm just grabbing a brush. This is the Real Techniques full coverage eye brush. I know it's an eye brush, but it's much easier for me to just put this on this way and do this. And apply it. Now, this color looks like it wouldn't match, but it is a perfect match. Once I blend this out, it is great. Now, because this is also a skin tint, it ain't exactly going to cover. Like, it's not going to be full coverage. So, you got to know that when you buying a skin tint. Know that it's not going to be a full coverage concealer. I don't want this to be a full coverage. That's why I didn't purposely pick a full coverage concealer. But know that. So don't be hollering about how, well, it's just not that good a coverage. Well, you knew that when you bought it, or at least you should have known that when you bought it. It's what a skin tint does. So, I mean, like, pay attention when you're buying stuff. It smells like some hair moisturizer I've used back in the day. It's pleasant scent. Okay. As you can see, this has a red undertone for me. This is a very red undertone for me. I'm like, you would think that this is not the right tone. It is. It works really well. Once I blend this, it's going to look cute. Going to look a little cute. Alright. So what I'm also going to do is use some concealer. Not a heavy concealer. Probably more of a lightweight one. I had it out. This is the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. Healthy Skin Radiant Cream Concealer. Neutrogena with their weird packaging, but alright. Their makeup is kind of weird, but their makeup packaging be a little weird. This is in the shade, I can't remember what shade this is. Pecan Medium Deep 02 or 20. 02. It's actually pretty good. I do like this concealer. It's just the packaging is odd. Because the way that they wrote the name on the packaging is just like, bro, why not just put it in the order that you want it read? It is not in that order. The Healthy Skin comes first. And then, because it's out of the Healthy Skin line, then it is the Radiant Cream Concealer name. So, as you can see here, Healthy Skin right here. Radiant Cream Concealer right here. So, why, if this is supposed to go first, why does I hear why? Just doing so much. So, apparently our grocery order is ready for pickup. That was, okay. That's good. So we will go pick that up. Okay. So now I need to blend everything out, and I'm going to start that by doing with my Morph M103 foundation. Yeah, I'm aware it needs to be cleaned. But see, as you can see, this is, once I blend it out, it's fine. As you can see. It looks weird, but it's a good match. It matches my neck. So, that's how we know it's a good color match. Because I had a choice of another one that I was looking at, another shade, and I was like, I think this is going to be the right shade. So, this is the right shade. Once you get her going, it just looks a little odd when you putting it on. And I don't think this oxidizes or anything. I don't think it did. The other day when I wore it the first time, I didn't feel like it oxidized and changed color and got darker or anything. And if it did, it didn't really make too much difference because it matches me so well that couldn't tell. So maybe it did and I just didn't notice it. But I feel like all of it's going to oxidize at some point. So, I mean, that's just what it does. What foundation does. Okay. Now, this concealer looks weird, but orange is the correct color up underneath my eyes for brightening and concealing the under eye dark spot. So this is the Morph 132 angle concealer brush. Nice. That is very nice. That brightened right it up. That brightened it right up. Up underneath my eye. Which is what she's supposed to do. Let's go on over here and add a little bit over here. And that helped too. Okay. Nice. That is very nice. I actually really like how that turned out. Because I've not used those two together. I have NYX concealer, but it is a matching concealer. It's not a brightening concealer for me. And I didn't want to match. I want to brighten. Okay. Nice. It blends out very nicely. Neutrogena, I really like. I'm impressed with that Neutrogena under eye and everything. Like, I'm very impressed with the foundation. Also, the foundation's really good. And I found once I got the correct match, it was fine. But yeah. Okay. Nice. That's very nice. That turned out really nice. Alright. My eyebrows are acting up. These eyebrows stay cutting up. They stay cutting up. Alright. So as you can see, you can kind of sort of still see. Because like I say, this is supposed to be a skin tint. It's not a full coverage foundation. You're not getting that out of this. So, alright. So then, we're going to use some blush. So, we're going to use the Juvia's Place. This is the Juvia's Place blushed liquid blush in the shade Soft Tulip. So now this does not show up on my skin loudly like the other ones do in this brand. I really only need like 1.5 dots with this. So it is not a whole ton of it. Okay. And then we're going to blend her out. Okay. This is the Morph 204 Cream and Liquid Blush. I'm going to say I don't need a whole ton of it to do what I am trying to do here, which is just give myself a little wash of color on my cheeks with my blush. Juvia's Place is highly pigmented, so you have to be very, very, very careful about how much you use and control the pigmentation, because you just know from the beginning it's very strong with them, so you control how much you're using, so it don't look like you got too much blush on. But I'd rather it be super pigmented and I just pick how much I'm going to use than it not be pigmented enough, which is a problem. Now that turned out real nice. That's real nice. Is she pretty? That is very pretty blush. And it actually shows up on me for once. Because that color, for very specifically, does not, I don't know. I've bought other brands in that like shade range and it don't show up on my skin. But that's really pretty. Alright, so then we're going to powder her down. And since I got her out here, I guess I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible again. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfection loose setting powder in the shade 15 Translucent Medium Deep. I just used this yesterday to do date night doll up. So, good. It's a very good setting powder. Very impressed with it. So what I'm doing is taking it, putting it in my hand, priming it, and then powdering down. And I do need to clean my powder puffs and things. I just have not. I might do it tomorrow, maybe. So yes, we're planning to do that, and then for the big broadcast tonight, because of course it's Saturday, so that means it's time for the big broadcast with Mr. Svengoolie. We are having wings and some fries, probably. So we gotta go pick that up. And be ready to go with that at 8. So yeah, we got some things planned for today. And we are planning to make a stop to go to the mother-in-law's house. So just gonna go ahead and powder my face. But yeah, no, we do have a full slate of things to do today. And very, 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 very brown and very red. This is very, very red undertone on my face right now. It's fine. It's fine. My cheeks are red. Everything's fine. Alright, so now we're going to put our powder on. Our powder blush, and let me put everything back. For the powder blush, I kind of want to use some Fenty because I ain't used Fenty in a minute. I used it yesterday, but that's like the first time I've used Fenty in a minute for some blush. So, maybe I use Bubble Bands. Yeah, I got 2 things of Bubble Bands, which is nuts. Because it's not cheap. It's not cheap. So yeah, we use Bubble Bands. This is the Fenty Fenty Cheeks Suede Powder Blush in the shade 11 Bubble Bands. I can get it in my fingers. Underneath my fingernails every single time. So let me grab my powder brush. Ooh. Use your big boy, new big boy. This is the Wet n Wild powder brush. Princess brush, I think. As you can see, I don't need to do a whole lot with this Fenty Cheeks. I don't. Because she is super pigmented. Don't look like I put nothing on there, but I did. I know I did. And you can see it's showing up here, but I just put it on the side instead of putting it on the top. But I can put it on the top. Okay. Yeah, I put some on over here. I can see it over here now. I couldn't before. Okay. Nice. All right. So that's that. And let's do our under eye. For the under eye, we're going to do the Essence 24 Ever Ink Liner in the shade Intense Black. A very good liner. Okay. What's that eye? Yeah. And then we go ahead and knock out this eye. I be drawing and I don't be drawing in a smooth motion at all. I have to like draw from one end and then come connect it from the other side. Because your girl cannot draw in a straight line. Okay. There's that. And then it's time for the lips. So for the lip liner, we're going to use the Essence 8 Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner. This is in the shade Classic Red 07. Okay. All right, so lips are lined. And now, piece de resistance. I'm actually going to try 2 of these at once. So one of these, I already know how this is going to work. This is the Rimmel Lasting Mega Matte 16 Hour Liquid Lip Color in the shade Ruby Passion, 930 Ruby Passion. And then we're going to top it with the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick. This is really nice red. In the shade 930B, Missy and Fierce. So, yeah, I do like both of these. The Rimmel, and the reason why I'm doing the Rimmel first is because the Rimmel needs help. So, I said that, and you're real thick today. Normally, the other shade of this that I have to do like multiple coats, which is why I say it needs help. And it does still need a little bit of assistance. Just a little bit. But this is not a bad lipstick. It's actually pretty good. Now we're mixing shades of red here because it's not going to be the same shade of red. So, okay. Nice. That's a nice red. Okay. Both of those are very nice reds. And I like how that turned out. Now, that Wet n Wild does dry pretty fast. It dries fairly fast. Which I'm thankful for, because I need my liquid lipstick to dry down real quick. And it does. It's very good. Very impressed with that product. Like I said, Wet n Wild has very few misses for me. Now, when they miss, they miss. But most of the time, when they hit, they hit. Like, I mean, look at that red. The two of them together. That's a really nice matte red. That's real nice. All right. So, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the completed look. So, we are going to set her down with some setting spray. Like I said, I'm going to be in and out, so I'm looking in my kit to see what I want to use. I think we'll use the Juvia's Place today. Whoops. I dropped her. This is the Juvia's Place Ready Set Sealed Setting Spray. I went through my absolute collection of setting sprays and took out the ones who were not matte and those who were. So, this is a matte setting spray. And I actually really like it. Alright. So, here goes. And we are also going to have to use Mr. Sweetful to dry her down. So, let's go. And I definitely smell that spray in that scent in the 90s. The late 90s. I know I did. I just don't remember where. Alright, this is Mr. Sweetful. He is carrying a still pretty strong charge for this to have been charged last year sometime. So, I'll probably charge him up at some point in the next couple of days. I wonder, this is supposed to be a matte setting spray, but I wonder if this is in fact a matte, because I'm looking a little shiny here. Based on how much I sprayed here, I'm looking a little shiny. So I wonder. My face is fairly dry, so like I said, I seem to recall looking this up and making sure it was a matte. So, I mean, I ain't looking very, 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 very shiny. This is looking more like a dewy than a than a matte. So I wonder about that. I mean, like, I got a nice old sheen right about here. So, I wonder. This is in fact a matte. I might have to mattify my face down again. Because this is not looking matte. This is looking real dewy right about now. And it should be, my face is dry, so it shouldn't be giving me this sheen right now. Oh, goodness. Then we're going to have to do a little bit of investigating then. Like I say, my face is dry. So I wonder, that may not be a matte. Huh. I wonder. Because I am very, very, very shiny right now. And I was not until I did my spray. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more investigative work. Because that's not a matte on my face right now. So let's see. Let me re-powder my face a little bit. Because, I mean, your girl is a little shiny. Give myself a little powder off the top. go find my... Okay. I am very, very shiny all over my face. I did give myself a healthy dose of setting spray, but still, that is a matte. I should not be that shiny after. Okay. See, I mean that I'm fine with that, but yeah, that's super. Let's turn that over. See if I can mattify this down a little bit more. Okay. All right. I think I have calmed that down sufficiently. I think I did. All right, well, let's use something we know for a fact is mattifying. Let's use something that we know is mattifying. Could also take my blush, some of my blush down. I'm gonna add it back because I know I got some on this powder puff. On this, the puff of this brush. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's use something we know is mattifying. Let's see. I know my NYX. This is the NYX Professional Makeup Matte Finish Makeup Setting Spray. This is for sure a matte. So, let's try that one more again. All right. Should be a matte. Using Mr. Sweetful again. Now, if this dries down is dewy, I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. I'm just going to have to pat my face down, I guess. That's the only thing else I can do at this point. Because I know this should be a matte, so... I'm still a little warm over here. Okay, so my face is dry. I'm still a little shiny, but it is what it is. Alright. Yeah, my face is dry at this point. So, I'm just going to have to pat me down is what I'm going to have to do. I'm also going to wipe my hands, but I'm just going to have to pat my face down. It's not nearly as bad as it was, but so if I do this, that'll help pat that down to where it should be. Now the good news is my lips are completely dry. They're very, very dry. And they are matte, but the rest of my face was not. That's crazy. Also trying not to take my blush off. Which that blush is pretty locked in. It ain't going anywhere. I don't think. I mean, you can see it. You can see a good decent amount of it. Alright, so yes, now my face is matte, but also set. So we are good to go now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of weird. I'm like, Julia's place? Now I know that's a mat. I know that's a mat because I went and I looked it up. So I don't know what it's doing. I don't know why it was doing that. Alright, so we're wearing our Betty Page curtain bang with curtain bang wig. And fix the bangs here. I'll brush through those in a minute. I'm also going to add my accessories. I am going to put my wedding bands back on, but of course y'all know I've been sticking stuff in my hands, so I need to wash my hands before I do any of this with my wedding bands. So, okay. There's that. So these are the earrings I'm planning to wear. My cherries. And then my flower. I got a red bandana somewhere, but I was like, I don't feel like wearing it. Okay. This is a big old red flower. This is big old. I got one that's even bigger than this. This is the small one. The big one is like a hat almost. It's almost a fascinator. Almost. Alright. And that, when I let my hair down, is the actual final completed look. I look like somebody's hot rod girlfriend, I guess. Mr. Budget Beauty is like, girl. He just give me a look like, girl. Yeah. Did not believe that. So, I think this turned out really nice. This is actually really nice. This is exactly what I was working toward. Minus the super shininess going on. But yeah, that is exactly what I was going for. I like it. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the final completed look. This has been the weekly main series episode. So, hope to have this posted, get this into production, get everything ready to rock, and have everything posted because we have a couple of other videos that we need to post. Try to have everything posted by tomorrow. Try to get that done. So we will see how much else I have to do with doing some type of production for these. We are working on the full face series. I have gotten in some more makeup for the brands that I did not have a whole ton of makeup with. I've gotten a bunch of more in. I've got a bunch in for Rimmel, some stuff from Maybelline, and so that'll round out what I consider the necessary components for a full face. So waiting on a few more things from Amazon. So when they come in, everything will be ready. I will have a beauty haul also to record because we are going to Ulta and Sephora today. And I've already bought some things from Walgreens, plus the Amazon stuff. So I look forward to doing that. That'll be in production probably this upcoming week. So we'll see. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back in and watch more of our videos later. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on bells and notifications so that you know when I post a video. We'll see you later. Peace.